Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Jaleel Abbas from Multan Public School and College. This lecture is prepared for class O level 8, and in this lecture, we will study how to write an effective summary. In our daily life, we summarize many things. We summarize movies, we summarize weather, we summarize incidents, but all these activities we do unconsciously. Sometimes we are not having any idea that we are summarizing the things. So after reading these examples, you can understand that how we summarize the things in our daily life. One of your friend watched a film at a cinema. You asked him about the film. He replied, "It was very interesting, all about life on another planet." So he has summarized the movie of 1.5 hours, and you can get the idea about the movie after listening this one sentence. Your cousin has just arrived from Canada. You asked him about the weather of Canada. He summarizes in one sentence: fine, sunny, and warm. So, from these three words, you can get the whole idea. A man was bitten by a dog. A man was given anti rabies treatment at the clinic and is reported to be in good condition. Early tests on the dog show that it may have rabies. Further tests are being carried out. Meanwhile, the civil administration has sent a team of dog catchers to the area. So this is a report which was published on a newspaper, and if this report is broadcasted on a television or radio, so it will be only one sentence. A man was bitten today by a dog suspected of having rabies. So this lengthy report was summarized in one sentence on a television or a radio. From the examples, we may conclude that we make summaries on daily basis unconsciously. We make summaries of different events of life, books, films, news items, and amusing incidents. It means that summary making skill is not difficult one. It is easy to write if we follow few principles. Number one, we will have to read the passage carefully and focus on the main points and theme of the passage. Very important. Include all the essential points to make it clear to someone who has not read the original text. Number three, a summary must be brief. Leave out examples, details, and illustrations. Just generalize the things. Through these examples, you will understand this point. Details. The farmers grew rice, maize, wheat, and barley. So when we generalize this idea, we write the farmers grew crops. So instead of writing rice, maize, wheat, and barley, we have summarized it into a one word, that is crops. She could play piano well and even had some idea of how to play violin and guitar. She could read music and had written several of her own songs. So this lengthy explanation can be summarized, can be generalized. She was an excellent musician, and through this line we can get the whole idea. Number four point of writing a good summary: don't copy from the passage, paraphrase the passage in your own words. Number five, be objective while writing a summary. It means that you cannot add your own opinion. Just report in your own words the main theme and points of the passage. Write summary in one paragraph. Avoid grammatical mistakes. Make complete sentences. Do not write in points. It must be a continuous writing, not in note form. So, types of the passages and the questions which may be given by the examiner. The writer may develop the theme of the passage while adopting the following methods. Number A, time order step by step. It means that the examiner gives the passage discussing the use of cinnamon in ancient times and use of cinnamon in modern times, and asks the students to write a summary of the use of cinnamon in former times and in modern times. So it means that you will have to focus on the use of cinnamon and in modern times and in the former times, and you will have to leave all other details and illustrations which are given in the passage. Advantages and disadvantages. It means the examiner gives the passage elaborating the advantages and the disadvantages of the use of mobile and asks the students to write a summary discussing the both factors. It means the students will have to focus on the advantages and the disadvantages, and they will have to omit all other details which are given in the passage. Cause, events, and results. The examiner may give the passage narrating an incident, its causes, and its consequences. It means we have to discuss only the causes and the consequences, not other details will be included in the summary. These are the examples. After reading these examples, we will understand that how we can summarize a big paragraph into one or two sentences. One of my friends was fond of music. He was interested in playing guitar. He joined a music academy and started learning how to play guitar. He spent 2 years in that academy and struggled hard to learn his lessons. But unfortunately, he was unable to play guitar. His instructor advised him to leave guitar and choose some other profession. My friend was very upset because he spent a valuable time and money to learn guitar, but it was a futile exercise. Now, there are three sentences given in the next slide, and you will have to choose the best one which gives the accurate theme. My friend was interested in music and he joined music academy to learn guitar. This is one sentence. My friend attended the music academy, but at the end he found that he couldn't play guitar. His instructor said that he could play guitar, so he should have left music academy. His instructor said that he couldn't play guitar, so he should have left music academy. I think from these three sentences we can conclude that the second one is appropriate, giving the main theme of the passage which we have studied. My friend attended the music academy, but at the end he found that he couldn't play guitar. This is another example. 10 or 20,000 years ago, men lived on what they could catch. Whether as fishermen or as hunter, they had to rely for they had to rely for survival on their ability to trap, kill and eat other animals. It is no surprise that our ancestors gradually learned to grow their own food and to domesticate animals. With more experience, farmers learned to produce more food than they needed for their families. The farmers started selling the surplus food, earned money, and bought tools, weapons, and other ornaments. Thus, trade started, and craftsmen who were neither hunters nor farmers managed to earn livings. Now, on the next slide, you will see three sentences, and you will have to choose one elaborating the main theme of this paragraph. Our ancestors gradually learned to grow their own food. Early men were mainly hunters who relied on what they could catch. Early men were hunters, then farmers, and eventually traders as well. I think the third one is giving the main theme of the passage. So we will choose the third one, C. These are the sample passages for your exercises, and hints are given at the end of the paragraph. So you will make sentences in your own words, not more than 12 words. Lack of care, particularly on the part of the drivers of vehicle, is probably the major cause of traffic accidents, although pedestrians are sometimes to blame. The carelessness can take many forms. A driver may be chatting with a companion. He may be thinking about some trouble at work or at home. Whatever the reason may be, there is no excuse for many of the accidents that occur. So you will have to make a one sentence discussing the main theme of this paragraph which we have studied now, not more than 12 words. Hints are given: carelessness, cause, accident, excuse. So you can use these words in your sentence. Passage 2. Cats can climb trees to escape from dogs. A lizard can feast in the grass when chased by an inquisitive dog. It can shed part of its tail if necessary, thereby distracting the enemy. Birds can fly away, frogs can jump into water and hide in the mud at the bottom of the pool. Each creature has its own way of defending itself and staying alive. So you will have to make one sentence discussing or elaborating the theme of this paragraph, and you can use these words: nature, living things, defense, natural abilities. So you will do the practice of these passages. Dear students, now you will open your book Journal Certificate English 4th edition, and there is a passage, practice passage number 1, on page number 9. You will read this passage very carefully, and after reading this passage you will give the answers of the questions given on the page number 10. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.